Abeni fled back to the village on hearing this, her heart pounding abnormally. Back in Eneda, a suffocating silence has descended. Thunderstorms all over. Once upon a time, there was a village called Eneda. It's a beautiful, peaceful village with a very serene environment. But for an unknown reason, the men of the village are unable to impregnate their wives. Eneda held a secret. A prophecy whispered on the wind. It spoke of a young girl chosen by the spirits who would one day safeguard the village from its curse. The curse that prevented the men from impregnating their wives. This chosen one was Abeni, a girl with eyes like glowing gemstones, and her hair woven into intricate braids, adorned with wildflowers. Since she was a baby, whispers of the prophesied savior followed her. She was the village's hope. With this destiny looming overhead, Abeni's life was different. She wasn't allowed to climb the tallest baobab for fear of fall, and forbidden from going too far into the savannah, else she might encounter an unknown threat. But the most peculiar restriction of all was the food. Abeni couldn't touch a dish of mashed yam and boiled eggs, a delicacy reserved for special occasions. Growing up, Abeni never understood this. The aroma of mashed yam seasoned with fragrant herbs would make her stomach rumble in rebellion. Boiled eggs with their golden yolks made her salivate. Elders of the village, wise and kind, explained it simply. These foods dampened the power simmering within her, a power she would need when the time came. Abeni, though curious, accepted this as part of her extraordinary life. Years passed, and Abeni blossomed into a strong, resourceful young woman. She learned to hunt, her aim always on point, and mastered the act of healing with herbs taught by her grandmother, a revered medicine woman. Yet the longing for forbidden foods stared at her in the face. One afternoon, while returning from herb gathering, Abeni stumbled upon a deserted hut in the forest, belonging to Mama Kena, an ostracized woman rumored to possess strange powers. Abeni, as curious as she was, approached cautiously. Mama Kena, with eyes as cloudy as cataracts, looked up, a smile playing on her lips.
"Ah, the prophesied one,"
she said, bringing out a calabash.
"Hungry?"
she asked. Inside the calabash was a bed of mashed yam and perfectly boiled egg. Abeni's mouth watered. This was her ultimate temptation. Ignoring a nagging voice in her head, Abeni devoured the forbidden dish. The taste was divine. But as she finished, a strange heaviness settled in her heart. The world seemed so bleak. Panic seized her. Has she ruined everything? She asked. Mama Kena cackled, a harsh sound that echoed in the clearing.
"Your power is weakened, child. Now the others will be vulnerable."
Abeni fled back to the village on hearing this, her heart pounding abnormally. Back in Eneda, a suffocating silence has descended. Thunderstorms all over. Abeni's transgression had unleashed an unforeseen force, draining the village's energy. Devastated but determined, Abeni sought help from her grandmother. The old woman, despite her initial disappointment, saw the flicker of hope reignite in Abeni's eyes. With the help of ancient rituals and potent herbs, Abeni began a month-long cleansing process. It was arduous, pushing Abeni to her physical and mental limits. But her love for the village and the weight of responsibility fueled her resolve. Finally, under the glow of full moon, Abeni emerged from the cleansing, a newfound strength radiating from her. With newfound clarity, she understood Mama Kena's curse. She cursed all the men in the village after the only man he ever loved married someone else years back. Gathering the villagers, Abeni told them everything: the prophecy, the forbidden food, and her transgression. Shamefaced, yet relieved, they rallied around her. Together, they devised a plan. Led by Abeni, they embarked on a journey to the legendary Whispering Falls, set to hold the power to dispel curses. The journey was fraught with peril. They braved scorching deserts and navigated treacherous paths. Abeni, using her hunting skills and knowledge of herbs, kept the group safe and healthy. Finally, they reached the Whispering Falls, a curtain of water hidden deep into a cave. Following ancient rituals passed down through generations, Abeni bathed in the cascading waters, chanting a prayer for forgiveness and renewal. As the water washed over her, a surge of energy coursed through Abeni. She felt lighter, stronger, and the power reawakened. With her powers restored, she washed the feet of the men with the same water, and the curse Mama Kena placed on them was all broken.